In this video, I give you 4 businesses if you have 100,000 Kenya shillings that you can start today, start making money in as little as a month, and some of them even in 2 months you can start making recurring income. If you think that is interesting, stick to the end of this video, see the 4 ideas. Let's get those credits rolling. Business number 1 is strawberry farming. This is a business that can take you even from just being an employee to being an employer in less than 12 months. Strawberries can grow in almost any part of the country as long as there is adequate water and there is a good constant temperature, as long as it's not above 30 degrees. First, you need some land. An eighth of an acre will do. Even if you're in an urban setting, then there are ways that you can actually plant the strawberry in a small garden kitchen. This is just to get you started. Make sure that you have enough water. If possible, get a tank. Around 3,000 liters would work. I'll share a link that you can actually purchase. And in Kenya, there is a breed that is called the chandelier strawberry. That is one of the best types of strawberries that you can get for this Kenyan market. For an 8-acre piece of land, you can plant up to 3,000 seedlings. They go for about 10 shillings each, so there you'll have spent 30,000 shillings. Then the next thing is actually tilling the land and planting the seedlings. This may cost you anywhere from 10,000 to 15,000, inclusive of the labor, the work that's been done in planting, purchase of agrochemicals that will be used while you are planting the seedlings. When you want to plant these seedlings, make sure that the weeds are fully removed from the shamba and that the soil is soft. Add in some organic fertilizer like rabbit urine, which I know a friend of mine actually sells, and I'll place her contacts in the description. And you can be able to purchase this so that when you are putting in the seedlings, they get into a soil that has enough nutrients for them to use. When you are planting the strawberry seedlings, don't place them too close to each other. Make sure there's a distance of about 30 centimeters in between the rows, and in between any sections, just make some way where you can actually be able to walk through your small farm. Strawberries take about 60 to 80 days to be ready, so make sure that you have market before the time of harvesting comes. This is because strawberries are highly perishable. They take about 3 to 5 days and they can go bad. So you make sure that you have the market ready early enough so that once you have harvested, immediately it goes to your prospective buyer. Good customers for strawberries are export companies, and you can also do in hotels, the 3, 4, 5 stars hotels. They will like strawberries. Companies that actually do yogurt would also like strawberries as well. This is a good way for you to make money. In about 2 months, you can return the investment that you actually put in. You can also sell your produce to supermarkets. However, you need to know that any losses that happen in a supermarket are usually taken by the seller of that particular product. So if your strawberries do not go as fast as you would wish on a supermarket shelf, that will be a loss to you. An 1/8 acre can produce between 30 and 50 kilos of strawberries every week while you are harvesting, and around this time a strawberry kilo goes for around 200 to 300 shillings. So you can do the math on the amount of money that you'll be making in a week of harvest. In order to make more money with strawberries, you can invest in aquaponics, which means that you plant them in water or in a water-like solution instead of just putting them on the ground. And then you can actually put the strawberry farm on a tire, similar to what is usually done for mushroom. In strawberry farming, the thing that you need to make sure is that you keep the temperatures well managed. Make sure that you keep on checking for weeds. They are usually really gentle and you wouldn't want to lose your whole farm just because of it. The next business that you can invest in with 100,000 shillings is bamboo farming. Now, in the US and in China, this is a really lucrative business, and it is also known as the home of pandas. But the good thing with bamboo farming is that it does not discriminate. You can actually plant bamboo almost anywhere. The only thing that you need to know is that bamboo do not grow in a swampy area, and they take quite some time to mature. In fact, they take about 3 to 4 years to mature. But there's more. Listen to this. Make sure that when you are planting the seedlings, you place them about 5 feet from each other. Just give them some space in order for them to grow. If you want to buy bamboo seedlings, find a certified nursery that is in your area. The easiest thing to do is to go to the nearest Ministry of Education office and inquire where you can get bamboo seedlings. They go for about 150 to 300 depending on where you actually purchase them from. So you can start with an acre piece of land. On an acre piece of land, you can actually plant 200 bamboo seedlings, and they cost you about 200 each, like we had said. That comes to about 40,000 shillings. Labor for tilling the 1 acre is about 25,000 shillings. Fertilizer will cost you about 10,000 shillings. Transporting and harvesting can cost you up to 50,000 shillings when you're finally harvesting them. And any other expenses, let's just say 10,000. That comes to about 135,000. That is the cost of doing an acre. Every bamboo plantlet gives you multiple shoots during its life. A young plant can produce even up to 3 shoots within 2 months. And then in the next season, 3 shoots as well as the mother plant, and so on and so forth. So by the time you are doing your 4 years, that one plant can have given you up to 60 shoots. Now, even if you sell 1 shoot for 100 shillings, that is 100 times 60 gives you 6,000. So you spent about 200 and now you're making about 6,000. If you had 200 trees, the 6,000 times 200 gives you about 1.2 million. So in 4 years, you can have made 10 times the amount of money that you actually started. The thing that you need to make sure is that you always keep on constantly marketing your bamboo business, so that by the time the bamboo plants are ready after the 4 years, then you can actually sell them off very quickly, because commercial viability of these plants is between when they are 4 to 6 years. Be innovative with the bamboo. You can make toothpicks. There is even bamboo charcoal. There is even bamboo beer. Just do the research online and you can find out how to do all these things. This will add value to the product that you already have. As you have seen, and what you need to understand, that even though bamboo farming is a business that can 10x the amount of income that you have put in, it will take quite some time. So what you can do is plant 1 acre this year, then the next year do another acre. So it will get to a time when you have done 4 acres and you are reaping every single year from each of them, then that will start making sense. This is one of the businesses that you may not see the fruits immediately, but the good thing is bamboo do not require a lot of maintenance, so you will have very little work in terms of labor, just taking care of weeds around the place. But once they are ready, you will make a good income. The next business that you can do is one which can take 40,000 shillings, turn it into 400,000 shillings in just 100 days. And I'm talking about watermelons. Now, greengroceries, supermarkets are really getting insistent on having a fresh produce section, and watermelons will actually come in really well because watermelons are full of water, and if you did some biology, then you know your body is 70% water. Watermelons are really good fruits for you and your health, and they would be perfect if you had a nice 1 acre farm where you can be able to actually just go there and harvest. So here are some tips about watermelon farming. Make sure to purchase high quality seeds from the government, from the Kenya Seed Company or from Simlo Seed Company, because you don't want to lose your investment. Whenever you are planting watermelons, place some space around them, around 2 meters, because the way watermelon vines actually work is that they crawl on the ground. So you don't want many watermelons to be in the same place, cramped up, and then you need a place where there is direct sunlight. So this is a good business, especially in the Ukambani area where there may not be so many trees, but that would actually be the perfect place to plant watermelons. The variety of watermelon that you plant on your farm actually makes a difference. A good variety that you should look for is known as sweet rose. So when you go to the Kenya Seed Company, that is a variety that you can ask for. Because it is highly resistant to pests and diseases, it can actually do really well in any type of soil. Watermelons take about 80 to 100 days to get mature. So the way to actually check if a watermelon is ready or is ripe is to actually just turn it on the side. The side that's actually touching the ground has a yellow patch. The other way of checking is to do a knock on it. You'll hear a low, dull noise coming from the knocking that you're doing. That's the way to actually tell which is a ripe watermelon. As mentioned before, watermelons do really well in drier areas. It can also be planted in areas with black cotton soil as long as you have drip irrigation. So in order to do an acre of watermelons, this is how much you are going to spend. You will spend about 13,000 on seeds, labor about 10,000, weeding and plowing will cost you another 10,000, and fertilizer costs you about 3,000 to 5,000. An acre of land can give you up to 45,000 kilos. A kilo of watermelon is about 10 to 15 shillings. So you can actually make 500,000 after spending that 40,000 in 100 days. What you need to make sure is that be very careful about the pesticides that you use, because it is possible to get a wrong chemical and it will ruin your whole farm. So be really careful, especially when you are working with watermelons. One advantage of watermelons is the fact that even brokers can come and purchase all your produce straight from the farm. So you may not even need to spend anything in terms of transportation of your produce. They can come to your farm, pick it, pay for it immediately, and you go on to do the next batch. Thank you for watching the video. Which of the 3 businesses that I have mentioned in this video would you like to get started with? Share it in the comments below, and if you would like any other agribusiness ideas, check this video up here, and YouTube thinks this video down here will actually be good for you to watch. See you in the next video. Peace.